This episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier just set up so much, not only for the finale next week, but also just the future of the MCU in general, with a new Captain America, a new Falcon, US agent, Zemo going back to jail, which means Thunderbolts, and there was some other Thunderbolt stuff here I'll explain as well, and of course, that huge cameo, which may not have seemed like a big deal when you first saw it, because it is a very pretty obscure character from Marvel Comics, but once I explain to you who that character is, you're gonna get a hell of a lot more interested, because wow, there's a lot to talk about here. And again, just like all the past episodes, this is the best episode so far. Literally, with this show, and really every Disney Plus Marvel show, every episode is better than the last, because I don't even know how they do it, because every episode is so good, but somehow they keep topping themselves. And I mean, I'm not complaining, because I'm absolutely loving these, and I'm kind of sad that it's going to end, but at the same time, I can't wait to see how this finale goes down. So, anyways, guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is my full episode review and breakdown for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 5, spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen it yet, then, spoilers, just warning you now. So, like I said, there's a lot to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump into this. So, we start off the episode basically right where we left off in episode 4, where John Walker, he just murdered Nico, the Flag Smasher, and now he's on the run, and he goes to this warehouse, and this is where we see Sam and Bucky confront him. Obviously, he resists, he will not give away the shield, and they have this big fight. And one of the parts I loved about this the most is that we saw most of this fight well, actually, no, we didn't see most of it, but we saw parts of this fight in the mid-season trailer, and a lot of us were thinking that, like, oh, this is going to be like the big final battle between Sam and Bucky versus US Agent, or the new Captain America, but no, this happened in the first 5 minutes of this episode, and that's something that got me so excited, because, something you were expecting to be something saved for, like, the end of the finale, when that happens in the first 5 minutes of the penultimate episode, you know that there's going to be a lot of surprises in store and a lot else going on here. So that just got me really excited here. And also, it was just an awesome battle here. Like, there's this moment where John almost killed Sam, the same way he killed Nico with the shield and everything. Luckily, Bucky saved him, but he did rip off Sam's wings, and he damaged Bucky's arm, but as expected, by the end, Sam and Bucky do end up winning. But another moment I loved about this was how Bucky, when he grabs the shield, he gives it to Sam, knowing that, he's not Captain America. Sam is destined to be the next Captain America. But then here is where we get that big cameo, because after this we see John, he is stripped of the Captain America title and the mantle, and then when he's out in the hallway moping and being all sad and stuff with, I believe his wife, not girlfriend anymore, I believe she's his wife. This is where we get the cameo from Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Now, first of all, that's a long name, and personally, when I saw this, I had no idea who she was either, so I had to Google this, but she's a pretty interesting character, because she, first of all, has a romantic relationship with Nick Fury in the comics, so maybe she'll be in the Secret Invasion series with that, maybe not, but she is actually one of the characters that took on the mantle of Madam Hydra in the comics, so it does look like Hydra is making a return, and it does look like she is possibly Madam Hydra, and the most interesting thing about this is that she was telling John Walker all these things about, like, I know you don't have the shield, and, like, I'm on your side, you did the right thing, just answer when I call you. So it seems like she is recruiting him for something, and it could be that maybe she is the power broker, maybe she is the secret main villain of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I feel like it's more along the lines of maybe she is the one that's going to be setting up the Thunderbolts. And there actually was a huge report that went out this morning about this character and how she's going to be in Black Widow and everything. So I have a video about that coming out later today, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. We got Madam Hydra here. Then after this, we do get another great scene with actually some more Thunderbolt setup, and this more concrete Thunderbolt setup, because Bucky does confront Zemo in Sokovia, which we saw in the first trailer. He was visiting the statue in Sokovia, and he tricks Zemo into thinking he'll shoot him, but then the Dora Milaje show up, and they take him away to the raft. That was the most interesting thing here, is how they say, we're taking him to the raft. And if you don't know what the raft is, that is the prison that we saw in Captain America Civil War, where Captain America's team was all in prison. And in the comics, this is a huge prison where the biggest, baddest Marvel villains are all held. So if Zemo is there, and other Marvel villains are there, like possibly Abomination from the Incredible Hulk, who we know is returning for She-Hulk, maybe it's going to be a giant breakout, and then all those villains team up to form the Thunderbolts. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we're going to be seeing Zemo in the finale, but maybe a post-credit scene or something like that with Thunderbolt setup. So I'm really excited for that. Then after that, Sam, we do get some more Sam action, and there's just this one quick scene between him and Torres, where he's telling him about his broken wings and everything, but I love how he says, no, you keep him, because Torres was like, oh, aren't you forgetting these? No, you keep them. And that is obviously set up because, as I've talked about in multiple videos before, Joaquin Torres in the comics is the second Falcon. So he now has the Falcon wings. I mean, they're broken, but he has the Falcon wings. And in the comics, his version of Falcon actually has real bird wings. Like, he's actually experimented on and grows real bird wings. But, I mean, if he has the wings, you'd think that they'd just go that route. So this does definitely seem like they are setting him up to be the new Falcon of the MCU, which definitely gets me really excited. But after this, Sam goes off on another adventure to meet up with Isaiah Bradley. And he brings the shield and everything. And we get to find out more about Isaiah, about his wife that he was in love with, that he lost. We get to find out about how he has nothing but scars for saving all those lives, and he was experimented on for 30 years, and his history was erased. And it really is just a tragic story when you hear him tell this, and it's just so sad. Like, there were a lot of sad moments in this episode. This was one of the biggest ones. And then he even tells Sam, like, no black man can be Captain America, and even if they allowed one, no self-respecting black man would be willing to do that. But Sam's gonna defy those statements, and he's gonna take on the mantle, as we see later in the episode. So it was cool to see Isaiah Bradley again. I'm not sure if we're gonna see him again next episode, but hopefully we do see him again in the future at some point, maybe with some Young Avengers stuff, because we do know that his grandson is Eli Bradley, who will become the Patriot. So yeah, there's that as well. But then after this, Sam, he goes back home, and he goes to help Sarah, help her out and fix the boat. And I love how the whole community helps out. Like, that's just something really cool to see, like, that tight-knit community. So I really enjoyed seeing that. Even Bucky comes to help, and he drops off this gift from Wakanda, and it's in this special high-tech case, and we never find out what's in that case, but I'll talk about that more later at the end of this video. So, we do get a scene here also where John visits Lamar's family, so that was cool as well. But then things start getting shady, because Sharon, who we've been very suspicious about, is she the power broker? I don't think so. I feel like she's working for the power broker, but I don't really know. She calls Batroc the Leaper, and she says, like, I'm going to pay you double this time. So that means that when we saw Batroc the Leaper in episode 1, that was also Sharon Carter's doing. So she's definitely got some shady stuff going on here. And then we get some cool training stuff here with Sam and Bucky. They're training with the shield, and this is stuff we saw in the trailer. And another very Captain America moment from Sam here was how Sam just gave a very Captain America speech to help Bucky with his nightmares and everything, and how he can come to peace with what he's done with his time as the Winter Soldier. So that's just another more evidence to prove that Sam Wilson is Captain America. So I absolutely loved that. We do also get Sarah and Sam deciding not to sell the boat, because that is their history, that's their memories. They need that. And this is one of the moments in the episode where Sam realizes, I have to do this. I have to become Captain America. So then we get a sick training montage. Love the music with it. Really brutal workout for Sam there, running, doing push-ups, training with the shield. I love how it showed him even missing and messing up and stuff, because that's something natural. You're not just automatically going to be good at that. And one of the questions about this is, like, I think pretty much all of us knew that Sam was going to be the new Captain America, but is he going to take the super soldier serum? And I think just from this training montage alone, it tells me that no, he's not. Like, sure, having the super soldier serum would definitely make things easier, and it made things easier for Steve Rogers. Like, he had 10 times the strength and everything. But Sam doesn't need it, as you saw in this training montage. Like, he was willing to work his butt off, run those laps, do some sprints, do the push-ups and everything, and he's willing to put in the work. He doesn't need the super soldier serum. And I think that was just awesome. And who knows, maybe he will, but I'm thinking just based off this scene that he will not. So I think that's awesome. But then, Batroc, we see what he was hired to do, because he brings this device to Carly, where she assembles an army of supporters to take on the GRC. And this was something that was actually leaked a while ago, because when they were filming the series, there was somebody on set that leaked this scene and thought that Carly had superpowers or something because she was controlling everybody around them, but then we find out it was literally just the device, and it was just because they were all her followers. So she literally has an army here, and they are going to take on the GRC, and we see that it's starting to get attacked there, and this is their final plan that's been set in motion, and they are finally taking charge and doing what they've always planned to do from the start. So I'm definitely excited to see how that ends up there. But the episode ends with Sam grabbing that case that Bucky left for him, opening it up, looking inside, and you can tell that he is happy about what is inside there. But we never see what's actually inside of there. So what is inside of this case? Most likely, this is his Captain America suit. We've seen it leaked on merchandise before, so we know what it looks like. You can check out my videos on that in my The Falcon and Winter Soldier playlist. But this is most likely his Captain America suit. And Bucky said it was from Wakanda, so that's even cooler that it's a full vibranium suit, which, I mean, if he's not taking the super soldier serum, I mean, it sounds good that he's going to have a full vibranium bulletproof suit. I mean, I think that's a good idea. So I'm really excited to see what that looks like in the next episode. And something I was worried about was that he would get the suit, but then he wouldn't get it until, like, the last 5-10 minutes of the finale, and then we wouldn't really get to see it much. Kind of like with Wanda and WandaVision, but we still got hints of that before. But no, it looks like he's going to have that suit in the whole episode, and that gets me really excited, especially because in all the trailers that we've seen footage from this finale, of footage that we haven't seen in these episodes yet, we haven't seen anything of Sam yet. So that means that he is going to be wearing this Captain America suit. He's going to be wielding a shield. And that just gets me so excited. I am so excited for that. But if you thought that was great, wait till you see the post-credit scene. Yeah. So if you didn't know, there is a post-credit scene here in this episode. And it's not anything huge. It's something we kind of expected. But John Walker's here, and he is making a new Captain America shield. He's doing some welding stuff. Definitely reminded me of Iron Man, how it started off with the hammering and everything. So, yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I don't know how effective it's going to be because, you know, the other shield was made out of vibranium. This one, he's just making it in a workshop. So, it's probably not going to be that effective. But some people did spot this in the mid-season trailer, how John Walker was wearing or wielding some sort of makeshift Captain America shield. And I'm still wondering whether or not he's going to get the black U.S. agent suit. I hope he does, but in the mid-season trailer from footage we've seen of him in the finale, it looks like he's wearing the blue suit, although they easily could have switched out the colors on that because they do that all the time in trailers. So I'm holding out hope that he does get the black suit, but then again, you never know. But he is basically U.S. agent now because he's not Captain America anymore, and he is definitely a bad guy. But guys, that is it for this episode. That was... wow, a lot happened here. There was a lot to talk about. I love this episode so much. And again, it's sad that it's going to be over next week, but at the same time, I can't wait to see how this ends because so much is going to happen, and I'm just so excited. So, guys, of course, let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on this episode, all your theories for the finale in the future of the MCU. So thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.